Okay. I don't think that actually mentions his family. I think it's just like it says something to show how the Irish were viewed. Interesting. Is this the right Martin? Last will and testament. Martin Dillon of New Garden Township, Chester County. I, Martin Dillon, considering the uncertainty of this mortal life and being of sound mind and memory, to make first funeral expenses. Bequeath to my beloved wife Margaret Dillon, all my effects, real person received. Here at the death of my wife, whatever may be left to be divided equally, share alike between my daughter Mary Ann Dillon and my son Edward Dillon. Lastly, I appoint my wife sole execution, executor. That was actually a joke I made when my parents were like, "Are you okay with us making you the executor?" And I was like, "I can be the executioner." Okay. Okay. Executor of the last will and testament, hereby revoking all formal will. So interesting. So I was saying before that I was thinking maybe based on his parents' age that, you know, even though it was him and his sister living in the house in 1870, maybe there were more kids who were older who were out of the house by 1870. But based on the will, it's just the two kids, Mary Ann Dillon and Edward Dillon. And then going up here, we've got the registrars, I believe. So, solemn affirmation, it did say in here, Martin Dillon, the testator. Yeah, it doesn't really give us anything, but yeah, just a nice, quick, easy will. He obviously did not know how to write, so just his marker. I guess, you know, one thing I do think sometimes with these is that how often was it that it wasn't even a matter of that they didn't actually know how to sign, or was it that it was assumed they didn't know how to sign, and so their name was written in and they just said, okay, make your mark right here, not sign right here. I don't know how true that is. That's actually something that's always been on my mind that I wanted to look into, if there's something that, you know, actually looks into that sort of history. But that's just one of those things that, like, I imagine in the same sense that when we start doing DNA testing on artifacts like envelopes and stamps on envelopes that, you know, great grandma sent this or whatever, and we want great grandma's DNA, well, you may get it, and this DNA under the stamp is actually the mailman's because the mailman was the one that licked the stamp and put it on there for her or something. So, you know, it's just that kind of thing in a sense, but not quite. But either way, very interesting. So this is Shane Gillis's third great grandfather's will. And very confident that it's him because all the names match up exactly. They're in the right place, which is not a large area. So, and then interestingly enough, why is it saying Passmore? What is it doing? This is one of the disappointing things about Ancestry sometimes. Yeah, see, here's what's going on. This will of this Passmore is right above it, which they're using the old school FS to indicate SS, or at least Pathsmore. Maybe that's actually it. It's probably not that it's actually the old FS thing. It's probably more that it's whoever. Oh wait, no, maybe it is. Look, here we got it with an actual SS, or somebody changed it. I don't know. Either way. But what's going on is the indexing here has been incorrect, and for whatever reason, they have assigned Martin Dillon to Judith Passmore and Ruth Passmore, which are obviously not who, you know, not his family. It's this, you know, Margaret Dillon, as we know, and then his daughter Mary Ann Dillon and his son Edward Dillon. So we know this is him. We're not going to add this stuff in, but this is one of the things that you always want to check, even when you know a record is right. Sometimes people check it and they go, oh, that's definitely my ancestor, and then they add everything in, not realizing, oh, whoever indexed that was an idiot, did it wrong. Or I guess I shouldn't say it was an idiot. That's being mean. I've done indexing before, and it's pretty easy sometimes to kind of accidentally screw stuff up, and you've done thousands of things, and it's easy to lose it. Yeah, I know what you mean, but I think we all, it's just using the layman's terms of things, just a lot easier. So,